Why do some teenagers remember tiny acts of kindness forever? When I was 16, my best friend Tyler started coming to school exhausted every single day. Not normal tired either. Like falling asleep in class, staring through people, forgetting entire conversations tired. At first we joked about it. I asked if he was secretly fighting crime at night. He told me he was Batman, but with worse grades. But after a while the jokes stopped being funny. He started showing up late, forgetting assignments. And anytime someone asked if he was okay, he'd immediately make a joke and change the subject. One afternoon in history class, our teacher woke him up after he accidentally fell asleep during a documentary. Everybody laughed. Tyler laughed too. But when class ended, he stayed behind pretending to pack his bag until everyone else left. He always made sure people saw the joke before they saw the embarrassment. Another time during lunch, he stuffed half his sandwich into his backpack. I asked why. He shrugged and said, "My sister likes these." Then one Friday after school, I watched him spend his last $5 on a birthday card for her. Not candy, not a toy, just a cheap glittery card that played music. He spent 10 minutes picking the perfect one because she liked annoying things. That's when I realized how much he loved that kid. One night, he finally admitted what was going on. His dad had lost his job, his mom was working late shifts, and Tyler had basically become a third parent. Every day he picked his little sister up, made dinner, helped with homework, got her ready for bed, then stayed up until 2 a.m. finishing his own work, and somehow nobody knew. Because at school, he was still the funny guy. A few days later, he came over to my house to study. The second he sat on our couch, he fell asleep completely. His glasses were still on, and his backpack was sliding off his shoulder. My mom walked in, lowered the TV volume, and quietly slipped a pillow under his head. Later, she asked, "Has Tyler eaten today?" I realized I honestly didn't know, so she made grilled cheese and tomato soup and left it on the table. When Tyler woke up and saw it, he looked embarrassed and grateful at the same time. He kept apologizing for falling asleep. My mom just smiled. "Honey, you looked like you needed it." After that, little things started happening naturally. My dad began driving Tyler home after practice. My mom started packing extra snacks just in case. And whenever Tyler showed up unexpectedly, there always seemed to be food waiting for him. One winter evening, the power went out during a storm. We all sat in the living room wrapped in blankets playing cards by flashlight. At some point, Tyler's little sister fell asleep against my mom's shoulder. I caught Tyler looking over at them for a second, like he was trying to save that memory forever. Another time, my little brother convinced Tyler to help build a model volcano for school. They spent hours painting it. When it finally erupted all over our driveway, my little brother screamed, "Tyler is a scientist!" Tyler laughed so hard he nearly fell over. It was probably the happiest I'd seen him in months. Then there was my dad's Friday movie nights. Tyler always pretended he hated them. But one week, my dad said he might cancel because he was tired. Tyler immediately said, "Wait, no, you can't cancel it now." My dad just smiled, like he understood more than he let on. Later that night, while my dad drove him home, Tyler quietly asked me, "Do your parents always act like this?" I asked what he meant, and he said, "Like people are allowed to need help." That sentence stayed with me for years, because I think some teenagers get so used to surviving that kindness starts feeling unfamiliar. Years later, Tyler told me something I'll never forget. He said, "Your parents probably don't realize they helped me survive that year." And honestly, he was right, because sometimes the biggest thing adults do for teenagers isn't solving their problems. Sometimes it's just giving them a place where they can finally stop carrying everything alone for a little while.